I'm going to start this by saying I'm aware I'm not wearing a hockey jersey. I'm wearing the sweatshirt that my lovely wife made for me, which is kind of sort of awesome. So I wanted to wear it in a video on my main channel. I wore it for a movie review video last night on my other channel, but it's really kind of fun. So I thought, you know what? Because A, it's cold out, and B, it's a fun shirt, I'm going to wear it for a hockey video. Besides, Jason's wearing a hockey mask, so technically, ain't he cute? Lucky 13, little Jason. So misunderstood. He just wanted to help people. He just didn't realize gesturing with a machete gets you in trouble. Yeah, you can go to the lake right around... Oh, right in her head. Crap. Why does that always happen? Tampa's in Toronto tonight. Tampa 38-14 and 3. Toronto 33-19 and 5. Tampa 7-3 in their last 10. And every Toronto fan in the world will tell you they're 8-2 in their last 10. It's Anderson and Vasilevsky, and this has the feeling of being a really big game. So Tampa's got 79 points. The Maple Leafs have 71. With a win tonight in regulation, they can move within 6 points of first place. And Toronto's playing very well right now. And this is where they need to show it. So a little over a week ago, they played against the Bruins. The Bruins kind of schooled them. And, of course, media goes like, all right, this is it. The Leafs aren't in the category of being a contender. Tonight they get to shut some people up, is my guess, one way or the other. Either they come out well and they beat Tampa, or at the very least they get them into overtime, and if they lose in overtime or a shootout. Or Tampa comes in, beats them, and the 8-2 record goes by the wayside. And it's funny because Toronto's been a streaky team all year. They started the season very, very well. They went through a rough patch. Yes, it was centered around Matthews getting hurt. And their long winning streaks have been longer than their losing streaks. Absolutely. And tonight would be a good chance for them to really start building towards something. I still don't look at Toronto and say they're a contender this year. I think they're a year away from that, but they're playing really solid hockey right now, and they have a chance to prove it in what will be the game of the night, because the other two games, Arizona's at home against Chicago. Chicago's 24-23 and 8, or put in perspective, they've had 24 wins and 31 losses if you make the overtime losses regular losses. And Arizona's 13-32 and 10. So they're at 36 points. The drive for 48 is alive. They need 12 points from here, and I don't know if they're going to get it. They're 3-4 and 3 in their last 10 though, and Chicago's 2-6 and 2. So Arizona over their last 10 games has had a better record than Chicago. Go ahead and marinate on that for a bit. And everybody says, well, you know, with Crawford out in the goaltending, Crawford was covering up for the fact that Chicago's goal scoring was not very good. Crawford was playing so well that Chicago didn't have to score more than 2 a game to get a win. With the backups in, they need to start scoring goals, and it's just not there. And for Arizona, we've been in this territory for a while. I mean, they can really deal a death blow to Chicago tonight. I would think if Chicago wins this, they might be able to spin it and say, hey, we're still alive, we can still make a run. Chicago fans won't believe it, but if they lose in Arizona tonight, I would think even management has to say, well, so we're done, and go from there. It'll be interesting to see what happens there, though. I'll be interested in that one, although this is still game of the night. Just look at the teams that are involved. I should change this out, because somebody somewhere is going to get all mad because I don't have the pretty leaf instead of the old leaf. I don't. There's not a huge difference. It's not really a big. You know what the difference is between these two leafs? A jersey with this on, it'll run you about $50, and a jersey with this on, it'll run you $150. So it's $100 for all that little intricate work there on the leaf. Sports fans, we're really stupid. Hey, I have that jersey too, so I'm just as bad. Although I got it for half price from Sport Check. So, anyways, moving on. Florida's in Edmonton against the Oilers. Florida's 23-23 and 6. Edmonton's 23-27 and 4. These are the little engine that could teams in the league. The difference is when they get to the top of the hill, which would be getting more wins than losses, they seem to fall back. So Florida's 5-5-0 in their last 10, showing that they're consistent, although they've won 4 of their last 5. Edmonton's 5-4-1 in their last 10, but there's been some disappointing results in there, which Edmonton fans will tell you about to no end. Talbot starting. Sateri hasn't been confirmed by Florida, but I would think until Reimer and Luongo are confirmed as healthy, yeah, it's his crease. He's the guy. So he's getting a chance to run with it. And for him, he's playing for a job next year. Now, whether that's in Florida or he ends up moving on to another organization, that's another question. He might fit in if St. Louis decides to do something there. He might fit in as a backup for them next year. Maybe he goes back to the San Jose organization and works with them if Dell ends up going. Like, I'm just thinking, you know, there's numerous places that could. I'm not saying that will happen. Oh, it's going to be in the comment section. Oh, I don't read those anymore. Awesome. Talbot, of course. You know, the effort is there. I do wonder if at some point Edmonton might look at their goaltending and say, could we move Talbot? Could we just see what's out there? I wonder if in the case of all 4 of these teams who are basically out of the playoffs, if they take core players and just call and say, how much would you give us for Jonathan Taves? So if Oliver Ekman-Larsson were available, just what could we get back? Just to test the market. I wonder how much that happens at this time of year, especially with this trade deadline. It's been dead so far. If you really think about it, it's been a dead trade deadline so far. Usually by now we're already talking about trades, and there's been nothing to talk about. I know when I had the 9.5-hour shift on Saturday, I was upset over what I was going to miss, and then I came home and I went, oh, I didn't really miss anything. Okay. So yeah, those are your 3 games for tonight. It's a light night in hockey. There'll be more games tomorrow. I believe it's 12 tomorrow. And this is the game of the night. Toronto and Tampa. So let me know your winners. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And hey, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.